Andrew Leonard here, and I'm like a kid before Christmas. It's the eve of the ICC Men's T20 World Cup Asia Qualifier, where the two places that will be decided over the course of the next week. 5 game days between these 8 teams, battling it out to represent the Asia region at next year's ICC Men's T20 World Cup. And I'm at the TU Cricket Ground, one of my favourite views up in the bird's nest, as I like to call it. And you can see the grass banks there across to my left that will be packed throughout all of the matches of this competition, particularly Nepal's games, you would imagine. So what I thought I'd do from up here is run you through 6 key things that might end up dictating who will take those 2 qualification spots and go off to the USA and the West Indies next year. So we'll start running through them, starting with number 1. The first thing, maybe the most important thing, is those 9 a.m. starts in the group stages. With them being double headers every day, both here at the TU and across in Group B at the Mulpani, we have a 9 a.m. start for the morning game with an 8:15 a.m. toss actually. So what that's going to mean, I think, is maybe we're going to see a wealth of teams decide to bowl first and extract any kind of advantage that they can get from those early morning starts. Probably won't affect the 1 p.m. games too much, and the semi-finals and the final are being played at 11 a.m. will be a little bit less of a factor there. But for the 9 a.m. starts, I think the toss could be oh so important. Okay, second thing to look at, seam or spin. You've got a traditional thought process here in Nepal that it's going to be spin bowling that's going to dominate, but we've just seen in the recently concluded Dabur Honey Tri-Series that in fact it was the seam bowlers that dominated. Karen KC was the player of the tournament. Sampal Kami, Abhinesh Bahara were brilliant as well for the home side, and Junaid Sadiq, the way he came back in for the UAE, I thought he was outstanding, as was Zohar Khan, a player of the match in the group stages too. So will it be back to normal as the pitches start to wear a little bit? Will seam dominate, or is it going to be spin? Going to be interesting to see which way it will go. Okay, the third thing to keep your eye out for, upsets. I think we're going to have some in this tournament. I think all of these sides on their day are capable of beating each other. Malaysia very nearly beat Bangladesh for the first time recently at the Asian Games. In fact, they should have beaten them. They lost by 2 runs with a very well set Virendeep Singh on 50 odd at the crease. They just couldn't get it done in the final over. Bahrain, they're notorious for upsets. We've seen them beat the UAE before. Kuwait too have an outstanding side. And there's no side here really, barring possibly Singapore, who are a little bit out of form, who are going to make up the numbers. All 8 come with realistic hopes and ambitions of qualifying for the T20 World Cup. Number 4, and something we all love in T20 cricket, something I think we'll see a lot of at both grounds. Big scores, big hitting, and lots of sixes, because here we're up at what, 1450 metres, maybe even a little bit higher, up at Mulpani into the air. The ball travels. The grounds are good sizes, 65 metre boundaries, but as soon as you get it up into the atmosphere, it just keeps going. So I think we're going to see high scores and lots of brilliant individual batting performances, particularly from the likes of Babar Hayat of Hong Kong, Mohammad Wasim, what a player he is from the UAE, the highest ranked player in any of the 3 disciplines in the T20I rankings. Also keep your eyes on young Kushal Malla, he hits as big a ball as anyone from Nepal. Okay, number 5, keep an eye on these grass banks, I've already talked about them. Will the 12th player of Nepal, will the Nepali fans help them get back to a World Cup for the first time in a decade? That's the hopes and the dreams of everyone here in Nepal, but it's not going to be easy. This arguably is the toughest of the 5 regions to qualify from. Certainly if you look at the rankings, all of these sides I think are ranked 35th or higher, and there's 8 teams here, all with a very realistic chance of qualifying for the T20 World Cup. But if Nepal get there, maybe it'll be their home fans that will give them the edge and get them over the line. We saw that run of 11 wins from 12 back in March, and then we saw them triumph in the ACC Men's Premier Cup in front of a huge capacity crowd here on not just 1 but 2 days. So maybe the fans will be the thing to get them over the line. Okay, 6th and final one. This is almost guaranteed. Drama, and particularly semi-final drama. Next Friday, on a fantastic, phenomenal, fabulous Friday, we're going to see the 2 sides decided that will qualify for the T20 World Cup. Who's it going to be? Very, very hard to say, but I know my associate cricket very well, and I'm pretty sure we're going to have drama over the course of the next 7 days, particularly on that Friday, with the 2 games running concurrently and 2 places up for grabs at the T20 World Cup. So much to play for. Really excited, so looking forward to it. It's all going to be live on ICC.tv throughout. I'll be alongside Paresh Lahani here at the TU ground. Mikael and Shoaib will be up at the Mulpani for the duration of the tournament. So do come and join us on ICC TV. Or, great news, if you're here in Nepal, you can watch live too on Kantapur TV HD. So hopefully we'll hear from you, we'll see you in the grounds, or you'll watch us online. Really looking forward to it. Can't wait. Who's it going to be? You'll find out live with us.